Hello everyone, my name is Quinn, my pronouns are they, them, and welcome to my channel, Lucid Moons. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 4 absolutely beautiful, absolutely stunning decks that I got from eBay, and all of these decks were originally produced in Japan. They're all from different artists, and unfortunately they are all out of print as far as I'm aware. However, they're pretty readily available on eBay, which is where I purchased them from. I got these all in at the beginning of January of this year as like a little gift to myself. My birthday was December 30th. I know that was a long time ago now. I'm only now getting around to making a video, but I wanted to treat myself to some just really, really beautiful, really special, rare collector's items decks that just bring me a lot of joy. So these two on the outside are full 78 card decks, but the pips are like very, very pippish, okay? And then these two in the middle are majors only decks. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show each one individually, just kind of take a quick look at them, tell you a little bit about what I could find out about the artists, and then I would like to do a side-by-side of all 4 together. So without further ado, let's jump right in and take a look. So the first deck we're going to check out is the Spiritual Tarot by Takano. Now, I did feature this deck in my January and February retrospective video. Batman the cat is right here if you hear his little pitter patters. So what I was able to find out about this artist is that she's a contemporary Japanese artist. She's well known for her involvement with the aesthetics of the super flat movement in manga art. She is also known for the use of sexually empowering images of women, images of animals, and often surreal mythology. And she's part of the postmodern tradition in Japan that appropriates popular art forms, using them to represent critical perspectives of Japanese contemporary life. She was born in the 70s. And I think her art is absolutely stunning. It's so unique and so cool. So all of these 4 decks that I have came in a similar format, I guess you could say. So they come in like an outer shell. There's some images of the cards on the back, and then it has, you kind of slide out another box with the cards, as well as the guidebook. Now, the guidebook is in Japanese, so I won't go too deep into it. You, of course, can use Google Translate to, you know, look up what it's saying, and I have done that a little bit. I haven't, like, read through the whole book that way because, I mean, as you can imagine, that's a lot of work. But it looks like there's some, like, spreads in here, information about the cards, and yeah. Really cool. I'm like, what's going on here? I have no clue. I'm gonna have to use Google Translate to look up what's going on. So the cards themselves come in this kind of deal, and I love this one. Has this cute little artwork right here, and it kind of opens, and here are the cards. So you can see that the backs are absolutely gorgeous, and the cardstock is glossy. It's not the best cardstock, but I'll give you a little quick sneak peek at these cards and the art style, and just how absolutely gorgeous this artwork is. So yeah, that's the first deck, the Takano's Spiritual Tarot. The next deck we're going to check out is the Tarot Fortune Telling by Yoshitaka Amano. And I've also heard it called Finding Happiness with Tarot. So Yoshitaka Amano is a Japanese visual artist, character designer, illustrator, and scenic designer for theater and film. He came to prominence in the late 60s for working on the anime adaptation of Speed Racer. He worked on the best-selling novel series like the Guian Saga and Vampire Hunter. He's also known for his commissioned illustration for video game franchise Final Fantasy. That's where I had heard of him and like seen his art. He did some promotional art for them, I believe. He was born in the 50s in Japan, And once again, this is sort of that outer shell, very similar format here. The book and the card box slide out. I'll just quickly like flip through the book again so you can see. This one also has full color, card descriptions. Really beautiful. Some spreads. Looks like maybe some sample interpretations even, which is really awesome. So I'm excited to, delve a little deeper, use Google Translate to kind of dive into these guidebooks. As I work with these decks a little bit throughout the year, yes, they are collector's items for me, of course, but I do try to work with every single deck in my collection at least at some point during the year. Every single year I bring them into rotation. So it comes with these extra cards that are just blank cards on top, so I'll set those aside. And I think I have these in order. Yes. Perfect. This one, like I said, is a full 78 card deck. These are the backs. Very similar kind of cardstock going on here. And once again, I'll give you just a little peek. Totally different style here. Totally different vibe in these cards, but absolutely stunning. Very different color palette as well, but I really like it. And you can see the pips are really pips. But we do have the beautiful illustrations in the court cards as well. So that is Tarot Fortune Telling by Yoshitaka Amano. Okay, the third deck that we're going to check out today is the Spiritual Tarot by Akirax Uno. So Akirax Uno is a Japanese graphic artist, illustrator, and painter. He was prominently involved with the Japanese underground art of the 1960s and 70s. His work is characterized by fantasized portraiture, sensuous line flow, flamboyant and occasionally grotesque eroticism, and frequent use of collage and bright colors. So very, very interesting. Once again, a totally different style. Here's what the box looks like. There's our strength card. And same format here. This guidebook is in black and white, but it looks like it follows a similar kind of format. With the card meanings and some spreads. Oops. And that's not a card stuck in the bottom. It's just like glued in there. Trust me, I already tried to take it out. So this one's a majors only. We have like a little cat in a boot on the back, which is super cute. And this one has like a very distressed, vintage, 60s, 70s kind of vibe. And it's so beautiful. I love the colors on this one. It's so much fun. And once again, totally unique from the other two. So yeah, that is the Spiritual Tarot by Akirax Uno. Kasai. So this was the first one that I had actually heard of and was kind of on my wish list for a long time. I was just really mesmerized by this gorgeous art style, and it just definitely reminded me of manga from like the 80s and 90s, where everyone just, I don't know, it has a certain style that's very different from like the anime and the manga that you see in modern times. Like everyone's kind of like long and skinny. I don't know if that makes sense for anyone who's into manga and stuff. But Ayumi Kasai is an illustrator and manga artist from Japan. She debuted in 1990. She has done a lot of colors and illustrations for novels, and she's mostly known for her work on boys love novels. So if any of you guys are into boys love, definitely look her up on Google and just do an image search. She has a really just unique and absolutely gorgeous art style that I think is absolutely just really beautiful. So yeah, she has like a lot of erotic art, and it's just really, really cool. This deck looks a little different than a lot of the art that I found from her online, and I think it's just really awesome and really special. So here's the box, same format. We'll look through this once again. Just quickly flip through so you can get an idea. This one has black and white. Am I upside down? No, I was right side up. Card descriptions, little smaller images of the cards in here, it looks like. And yeah, same kind of deal. Here's the cards. We have these white cards once again. I don't love the split card moment. I know a lot of people don't, but it's worth it for these beauties. Yep. All right, let's toss this aside. Here are the backs. I don't know if you can tell, but they're little faces, like lady faces looking outwards with a bunch of butterflies. I think these are my favorite backs. These ones and the Takano ones, really beautiful. And this art is just really like, the colors are so vibrant, so colorful, kind of psychedelic. Just a really, really rich, trippy, just a really cool deck. The pips are pips, as you can see, same kind of deal. But we have really cool, fully illustrated quartz, of course. And yeah, so now that we've looked at each deck individually, let's start looking at them side by side. So this is what all the backs look like together. You can tell they all look really different, but I think they're all really cool and really beautiful in their own way. These two are my favorite for sure, but I like the other ones as well. So we'll start flipping through. And doing a little comparison of these cards. What I wanted to say is I haven't seen a lot of these decks on TarotTube, or at least like they're not very well known. They're not very popular or common, and that obviously makes sense. They're out of print decks from Japan. But I wanted to make this video not only to, you know, just like show the cool thing, like show and tell, but also because I want to, you know, have these decks be documented and showcased, because they are really, really special and really amazing. So here we have the Fool. I'm just in love with all four of these Fool cards. They're so cool. This one is so interesting to me. I will want to read the guidebook about some of these interpretations because they look so beautiful. And this one is just so precious with the little dog, the little white dog gripping onto her leg as she's walking, and she's like, got her titties out, hey. So fun and so beautiful. I love how in this deck, in most of the cards, he incorporates the actual word in English into the image, which I think is something really unique. So next up, we have the Magician. Really cool color palette here. This like blue tone magician with the Liberty spikes. Definitely a more traditional depictions here and here. These two are a little more out there. Really cool, really curious, and just really gorgeous across the board. We've got the high priestess here. Look at this badass high priestess, just so powerful with that gaze. This one looks so young to me. She looks like a little girl. Really stunning. Next up, we have the Empress. I love this text here and this color scheme. It's absolutely gorgeous. And yes, look at this buff baddie with her titties out as the Empress. I absolutely love a really strong and fierce depiction of the Empress now and again. You know, we all know like the very like pregnant or kind of like demure lady sitting in the garden, which is fine. I'm not against it, but I also love seeing like an absolutely badass bitch who's about to kick your ass. Love it. We have the Emperor. So cute with the little animals over here. I love it. I see a unicorn over here. That's very interesting. It looks like the Emperor kind of matches the Empress in this deck. And this Emperor is giving me like androgynous manga boy vibes, and I'm so here for it. I love it. This deck is kind of hard to see what's going on in the cards sometimes, but it's something I definitely do not mind. I just have to take my time and take a closer look to be able to pick out what's happening. The Hierophant, yes, so beautiful here. I am obsessed with this Hierophant. Yes, it's our traditional like old guy with a beard, but he looks so powerful and strong and kind of foreboding. I just love it. I love the colors as well. Love this like cutie holding the world and all the little animals are coming to her. That is so fun and so precious. Very cool. Next up, we have the Lovers. I need to take a closer look at this one, I know right away. What? Oh, I see there's another person. They're kind of like kissing in a flower, and there's like a little angel right there. So cute. This one's very cool. It feels almost like gender neutral to me. It might not be intended to be that way, but they look very androgynous, both of the figures. And this one is really cute with the little Cupid. And let's take a closer look at this one, see what's going on in the background as well. Ooh, okay. Looks like some snakes intertwined, kissing, a couple holding hands. Very cute. Some cats, some birds. Can't tell what this is. Some kind of little creature, like a sheep maybe. So cute. All right, next up we have the Chariot. This is really cool, this sense of movement and perspective in this card. Absolutely stunning. This is very fetish, and I'm here for it. It's giving pony play. Yes, yes to that. And this is absolutely stunning too. There's a lot going on. Once again, a really cool sense of movement and action in that card. Strength. Right away, my eyes are drawn to this strength card and just this facial expression. So sensual, so beautiful, so gorgeous. Like, oh my gosh, I'm just so in love with that. And we interestingly have like a lion licking a cub, which is really cool to see. This is so cute. This is giving me fashion, it's giving me editorial, and I love it. This, let's take a closer look here. It looks like a fairy is, I can't tell if she's like petting the dragon or like slaying the dragon. And I can't really see what's going on in here, but it's very, very interesting. And we have a really, really cute strength over here with, once again, we have the little baby lion. How cute is that? But this woman is adorning the lion with a flower crown. Oh, so cute, so fun. Okay, let's check out the hermit. Wow. These are all really beautiful cards. This one is really fascinating to me. Almost like this hermit is kind of in this other space that we can't fully perceive. Kind of like a liminal space it's giving me. These two are, you know, very typical. And this one looks very typical, but with like a Japanese spin on it in a way. Those colors are fantastic. Okay, we have Wheel of Fortune. So this is interesting. This is almost giving me like justice / strength, but it's Wheel of Fortune. So that one's really curious to me. I really love the facial expression on this character, and I love the turquoise hair. I'm obsessed with that. Let's take a closer look at this one. It looks like, oh, it's almost like a dog racing, like greyhound racing. Are these fingers? It's giving me like a gambling situation. I don't know if that's what it was meant to be, but it's really cool. Really interesting. And let's take a closer look at this one too. Wow, there's like a robot or a model figure of some kind. There's some feet. She's like, her legs are turning into ribbons. She's almost like hula hooping with the wheel. There's gears and machinery. Oh, it's really interesting. It's really fascinating, isn't it? Here we have Justice. I forgot to mention that this one flips the Justice and the Strength cards. So I put it in the order so we could look at them all side by side. Little like I mean, they're not chickens, peacocks perhaps. I'm not sure, but so cute, so interesting here. This is beautiful. My goodness. Once again, this is giving me very fashion, very editorial. And this one, oops. I don't know what's going on there, but it's very cool. You see the scales, but it's from like a different perspective, almost like we're looking up and she's on the ceiling. Very interesting. Okay, the Hanged Man. Very interesting. He has his hands bound here, it looks like. He's serving, like, he may be hanging, but he is serving it. I'm obsessed. It's so cute. It's so fashionable. And I have to get a closer look at this one because I can't really. Okay, so looks like there's one person. Is there two people down here? Oh, his feet are bound. There might be another person over here. There might be two people hanging here. For a second, it looked like he was doing a brass monkey on the pole, like he's pole dancing. I'm a pole dancer, so that's really interesting. We've got Death up next. How fun is this? Very interesting here. I'm like, is this a portrait of someone? Like a picture, maybe? It's kind of scary when you really look at that face. It does look kind of dead. This is so fun and so beautiful. And I gotta get close. This one's also kind of hard to see from afar. Wow, so there's someone like trapped inside the rib cage of this man, and it also looks like a broken like shot glass or a bar glass. Oh my god, that there's a lot to unpack there. It's really cool. Okay, we've got Temperance. Really pretty. I love all the little animals in this deck. She's got like a little baby elephant on her lap right there. I'm obsessed. Really beautiful. This one. These are like lotus flowers and maybe a mushroom right there. How cool is that? We definitely got to get a deeper look at this one as well. Like, oh my god, what is even going on in this card? I cannot tell you. There's a mirror. There's tortoises. Oh my god, it is so cool. It's so wild. Okay, the devil. We have a very green man here. Very much like sexy anime guy here, which I love. This one is super cute. It says hotel, almost like, you know, really showing like the, you know, releasing shame about like taboo things, like kinks and things like that, and just embracing kind of that hedonistic vibe. I love that in a devil card. So fun. Very, very cool. And the tower. Yeah, it looks like across the board, like fairly traditional, you know, if you could call some of these cards traditional. I love this gal who's like, oh my god. Here, this is so cool, very fantasy. This one's interesting because we have some like cars falling, necklaces. I like that, like, you know, material possessions and things like that being destroyed. Very interesting take. And let's get a little closer peek at this one as well. Wow, there's like people here reaching up. It almost looks like he's falling into the depths of hell. I'm not even kidding. Really cool. The star. Beautiful. This one's very interesting. The giant parasol. This is definitely giving like rest and healing. So cool. The moon. Little kitty cat here. These colors are amazing. We've got the dogs, the little crabs, and the crawdads here. I'm dead. They're so freaking cute. And once again, this is so fashion. I love it. The sun. Super cute here. Wow, this is so luscious and beautiful. And I love, of course, the sunflower imagery. The sunflower is my favorite flower. Beautiful cards. Wow. I'm just so obsessed with all of them. We have Judgment up next. So This one's called Revival. Beautiful bird, peacock, whatever here. What the heck is going on in this card here? We look like we have the angel blowing the trumpet up here. There's a face here, maybe a face here, a person here. Very interesting. Very traditional judgment card here. And looks like we're seeing, oh, here's the angel with the trumpet up here, and here's the dead people. So kind of like a traditional judgment, but with definitely a really interesting spin. Okay, and the world. I love the turtle or the tortoise here. How fun is that? This is beautiful. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck. It's just so sensual. Wow, yeah, beautiful. So that's it for our majors only decks right here. So let's bring these guys a little closer together, and maybe I'll zoom in a wee bit. Okay, so we'll probably move pretty quickly through these pips since, like I showed you, they're very pippish. I think this maybe is supposed to be like this. It's hard because it's like, yeah, there's the upside down text. But we have the ace. Really beautiful. 2. The 3. The 4. The 5, the 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Here is the page. Really cool. The knight. I love the colors in this one so much. The queen. This was the one on the cover of the box. Stunning. And the king. Really cool, really interesting. All right, we're on to cups. Here's the ace. Like, I see a hand. Is there a human in this one? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 10. This is definitely probably the most pippy deck I own, where the pips are just seriously like pips. But that's okay, I don't mind it. Here's the page of cups. You see a little person laying right here. Here is the knight. I love this face. Oh my gosh. Is that his pee-pee? Kind of looks like it. I guess it works for the knight, right? Knight of Cups. The queen, how fun. This is kind of giving me burlesque vibes with the person in the cup. Beautiful. And the king. This guy's a little young for my taste in a king, but that's okay. Really beautiful. All right, we're on to the swords. Wow, look at this Ace of Swords right here. How gorgeous is that? Oh my goodness. Beautiful. 2, 3, the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Wow, look at this amazing page right here, that face. 2 faces, so interesting. Love this green color in this right hand card. The Knight. I love this. Is it a bird or a butterfly on this card? I can't tell, but wow. So gorgeous. The Queen. Very cool. And the King. Very interesting how we see him kind of mentoring a young child over here. Or children. All right, lastly, we have the Pentacles. Here's our Ace. What's going on here? I have it upside down. Oh yes, I had it upside down. There's 2 little people's feet sticking out here. This one is beautiful as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew, getting a workout here. Here's that page. If I can lift them up. Beautiful. The Knight. Look at this Knight. How interesting. Love that we have like a goat, I think, here. It's counting his money. This guy looks like he's gonna attack you with his coins. Or girl, can't tell. The Queen. This one's interesting because it's giving very much water. Wow, beautiful. Ugh, love both of those queens. And lastly, we have our King. Love this King. Once again, he's a little young for a king, but he looks so cool with his long hair. Ugh, I'm obsessed. All right, so thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It was lovely to have you to look through these amazingly beautiful decks. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll leave the information about the names of the decks and the artists that created them down below. Like I said, they're out of print, so I think your best bet if you are interested in purchasing them is just to do a little search on eBay. Check it out. There were a lot of decks available for a variety of price points when I was searching for them. It would mean so much to me if you could hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. No matter where you are or who you are, I hope the rest of your day is filled with so much magic and so much joy. Bye bye.